Hi, I'm Gregg Hobbie from the law offices of Gregg Hobbie. I'm a Social Security disability lawyer serving Central Jersey. Many clients want to know if they will qualify for Social Security disability, so that's what we are going to talk about today. Will I qualify for Social Security disability benefits? The following 5 questions will assess whether you are likely to qualify for Social Security disability benefits or whether you should have an attorney evaluate your case before you apply. Number 1, are you insured? To qualify for disability benefits, you must have worked long enough and recently enough in jobs that required you to pay Social Security taxes. Eligibility is determined by the number of work credits you have earned. You can earn up to 4 credits a year. If you are disabled at age 31 or older, you generally need at least 20 credits in the 10 years before you were disabled. Significant work in 5 out of the last 10 years usually satisfies this requirement. Younger workers need fewer credits. If you have a steady work record, your insured status will lapse about 5 years after you stop work. Your disability must have begun before your insurance lapses. Number 2, are you working? You will not be approved for benefits if you are engaged in substantial gainful activity. Full-time work is typically substantial gainful activity. Part-time work is substantial gainful activity if your monthly earnings exceed a limit set each year by the Social Security Administration. Recently, it has been around $1,300. Number 3, do you have a severe medically determinable impairment? You must have a physical or mental abnormality that can be established by medical tests or examinations. As a rule, if a doctor can make a diagnosis, you have a medically determinable impairment. Even when doctors disagree about your diagnosis, if medical tests and examinations show abnormalities, you have a medically determinable impairment. Your impairment is severe if it causes any reduction in your capacity to perform work. Number 4, will your impairment last at least 12 months or result in death? Your impairment need not be severe for the full 12 months. If you experience good and bad days or short periods of remission followed by flare-ups, you will satisfy this requirement. If you can return to work after 12 months, you may be eligible for benefits for a temporary period. Number 5, are you capable of working? Generally, being able to work disqualifies you from disability benefits, but there are exceptions for older claimants and those with certain conditions. If you are younger than 50, you will probably have to prove that you cannot do past relevant work or any other work, even a sedentary job. So if you can still do a job you had in the past 15 years or an easy sit-down job, you will not qualify. The ability to work is not always fatal to a claim. Your impairment might qualify you for benefits under the listing of impairments, a list of medical conditions that the Social Security Administration considers disabling, even if you can work. If you are over 50, you may be eligible for benefits even though you can do some jobs. Social Security regulations recognize that older workers with limited education, a history of unskilled work, or no transferable job skills will have difficulty adapting to new work. Many claimants between ages 50 and 54 are disabled, even though they can do sedentary work. Many claimants aged 55 or older are disabled, even though they can do sedentary and light work. That is, work that requires significant walking or standing. In summary, you should apply for Social Security disability benefits if you were insured when you became disabled, you are not working or are working part-time but earning below the current monthly limit, you have a mental or physical abnormality that can be documented with medical tests or examinations and that impairs your ability to work, your condition has lasted or is expected to last at least 12 months or result in death, you cannot do the easiest full-time or part-time job you had in the past 15 years. You cannot do other full-time work. If you can work, but you meet the other requirements, you may want a lawyer to evaluate your case. You may be eligible for benefits based on your medical condition under the listing of impairments. Or you may be eligible if you are over 50 and you would be unable to adapt to new jobs given your employment and educational background. We are available to discuss your situation. You may contact us at 732-766-5682.